Howdy, y'all. This is David Lee Kreitz with another video in my Overcoming Obstacles to Online Success, especially formatted for the Facebook group and that kind of thing. But this past weekend, I had the opportunity of interacting closely for a considerable amount of time with my friend and mentor, Keith Hooper. Now, Keith is one of those salt of the earth individuals. One of the comments that I've heard in the past is testify of Christ in all things, in your actions, in your words, and how you comport yourself, and if necessary, use words. Now, Keith is one of those individuals who you can tell from every interaction with him who it is that inspires him and gives him direction and voice in his life. And we were talking for a considerable amount of time Saturday on various obstacles and various problems and other things that are going on in our business and in things that we're working with. And as the conversation floated around through various different topics, this book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, came up. And he was actually talking, Keith, was talking about his work with Charlie Tremendous Jones. Now, if you don't know who Charlie Tremendous Jones is, or why Tremendous is in his name in quotes, then pause this video right now, go to Google, look him up, learn about him, his work, and the leadership series that he has, the different books and things, and get to know who this guy is, because he's actually an influence in my life. I never knew him. I was in the same venue as he was once, but we never interacted. The rest of the time, he was off doing his thing and I was off doing mine. But Keith Hooper and Charlie Tremendous Jones interacted quite well together, and it was actually Keith who gave the suggestion to Charlie to do this audio. Now, this, what you're looking at here, this audio set and copy of the book, is how I personally got into the text, The Science of Getting Rich. This is one of those very basic texts. If you've ever watched the video The Secret, or a lot of these other writers, Wayne Dyer and Bob Proctor and these people, all of what they're pulling together, all of their information comes from this document. And while I had been being inspired and listening to these guys, I'd never really read this book. And it was when I found this audio and the book on Charlie Tremendous Jones's site is when I got it, and this is my this is how I got into it. Now, I'll not wanting to like brag or anything, I'll just kind of open it up to a random page. You can see that when I read something, I take the time to kind of digest it, to make notes, to look at how things tie together, and highlight. One set of highlights is one time I read it. The other set of highlights is another time I read it. Each time I read it, I try and highlight in a slightly different way, so that maybe I can see how my understanding changes over time. But this book actually was as a result of my current friend and mentor, Keith Hooper, interacting with Charlie Tremendous Jones in the past. And and the point I want to make now, Keith Hooper had no idea I existed. All he was doing was trying to encourage someone he worked with to do something that would be of benefit to others, which is what this was. But in that rich linguine of life, where you look at the big bowl of linguine and you kind of see all of the different noodles are kind of twisted together and they touch each other in various places. This is one of those times when my current mentor, Keith Hooper, touched my life a long time ago. And the moral of this story is, for each of us, as we reach out, as we try to do good, as we try to be the kind of individuals that we know we should be, as we work and help and edify, as we do these things, we're planting seeds, and those seeds will grow and they will produce fruit, and that fruit will be planted and it will grow and produce fruit. You have no idea the width and breadth of your current work, how far and wide it'll go. It's incomprehensible today that we have that kind of reach, but we do. When you reach out and lift up another, everything they do that is good can somehow be traced back to you, and everything that they do which is good, and that ripple effect through the rest of our society can all be attributed back to the kind of person you were, the people that you reached out to. One of the things that my father taught me when I was at a formidable age was the quality of man you are. It can be seen in the way you interact with people who can do nothing for you. They're the people out there that may need your help or may need your encouragement. You won't get any money from them. You won't get any prestige. You won't get any honor or fame or whatever. These are the human beings that you interact with. They have no necessarily power to enhance your life, but you can enhance theirs. The quality of the man you are is how you treat those people. How do you treat the guy that's the elevator operator? How do you treat the people that clean up the table after you leave? How do you treat people who are ancillary to you in your life? They don't really, they can't boost you up, but you can boost them up. You can raise them to a higher level. That's the quality of person you are. And as we each go out, a part of this group, the whole reason for this group is for us to go and help. We're helping to build a bridge for people after us. We're going through the problems. We're suffering through these issues. We're trying to figure this out. We're spending the money. We're taking the time. And then we are coming together with our heart focused on helping people down the line who we don't even know now. And that's the goal of this group. And in a very, very real way, I got a lesson in that on Saturday from my mentor, Keith Hooper, who taught me that in his world, in his life, he just did something. He felt it was the right thing to do at that moment, but that right thing is what got me into a position where I can now take advantage of Keith's mentorship. And this is the result of it. This is a very physical, very tangible, very real evidence of the suggestion Keith made to Charlie, and then Charlie brought it about. And I want to use this in a very real sense as a motivator to each of us to make sure that in every interaction, at every opportunity, we are presenting ourselves in our best light, that we are edifying others, that we are trying to be the kind of person that will plant seeds and not even know anyone that is involved with the harvesting or being able to take advantage of the fruit of our labors. That's my challenge to myself and to the rest of us in the group. And this is a very real physical reminder to me that we need to do that. So that's my my update, and I hope you take this seriously and start to use this mindset in your life. So there it is. Y'all have a happy.